Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Residents left in the cold as homes demolished in Trelawny. Power restored to sections of St. Catherine. And later in sport, the Caribbean Premier League makes its return to Jamaica at Sabina Park this evening at 7.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Shamela Pula and here are the details. Several residents in Cooper's Trelawny are reportedly homeless this afternoon. This after their houses were demolished this morning in a major operation involving police, military personnel and heavy-duty equipment. Residents say the operation began as early as 5 a.m. They say they were caught off guard, adding that they received no prior notice. And of course, we will have more details on this developing story in subsequent newscasts. Power has been restored to sections of St. Catherine following an outage linked to a bushfire that damaged transmission infrastructure in Portmore. The Jamaica Public Service, JPS, says the latest interruption happened at about 8:37 last night, affecting customers in several communities. The fire, which caused damage to 4 transmission poles and a section of the transmission line at about 10:30 Monday morning, had caused earlier outages in areas including Bridgeport, Westport, Bridgeview and others. JPS says teams were dispatched to investigate the latest outage and full restoration was completed by 11:40 p.m. Meanwhile, Senior Superintendent Leighton Gray, commanding officer for St. Catherine South Police Division, says that his team will continue to patrol the various areas.
And they continue to give their regular update to police emergency as to what is happening. So far we have not had any incident or any situation unusual. We continue to have that strong presence in and around Portmore and to give reassurance to our residents that we are out in numbers and we are here to ensure their safety and security.
Former Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort is warning that reports of growing divisions among judges at the Caribbean Court of Justice could further erode public confidence in the regional court. Mrs. Malahoo Fort made the comments Monday while speaking on Beyond the Headlines. Details in this report.
It's been only a year since CCJ President Winston Anderson was sworn into the post, and already there appears to be discord. The Trinidad and Tobago Express in a recent article reported that judges are accusing him of running the court in an authoritarian and dictatorial manner. Former Attorney General of Jamaica, Marlene Malahoo Fort, says differences of opinion among judges are not unusual. However, she believes the matter should not have been made public. Mrs. Malahoo Fort says airing the internal dispute could further undermine public confidence in the regional court.
Differences in perspective are not new. Organizations have them by themselves. They don't mean that the institution is falling apart, but not everything needs to be aired in the public domain because not everyone is able to manage the information that is put out. And if you look across the social media platforms where comments have been made, many are jumping on it, so confidence in the court, trustworthiness, and all of those. And these are things that should be anticipated, they are reasonable foreseeable responses to having such sensitive issues shared. It really, there are no winners coming out right now for those who are looking on and continuing to assess the court.
Mrs. Malahoo Fort says the disagreements among CCJ judges should not be interpreted as evidence that the court is falling apart. However, she believes there should be an explanation for how the internal dispute became public.
The CCJ is a court for Jamaica in its original jurisdiction. And in the original jurisdiction, it is the only court that is authorized to interpret the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. And that deals with so many community issues, including issues of trade, free movement, all of those things. We recall the Shanique Myrie case.
Yes.
We don't want a court where the judges be spilling out their differences in the public domain and leaking information, making all kinds of accusations, which we are not in a position to make any pronouncement on because we don't even know the full context.
Meanwhile, the Caribbean Court of Justice, in a statement Monday, reaffirmed its commitment to judicial independence and public confidence. The court said its judges remain committed to delivering fair and efficient justice, stressing that public trust is essential to upholding the rule of law. Aaliyah Bryant, TVJ News.
The medical condition of a man who was shot in the vicinity of the Sangster International Airport last night remains unknown. The shooting happened at the traffic light. TVJ News understands that the man managed to drive himself onto the airport compound and ran inside the arrival hall appealing for help. He later collapsed. Police responded and transported him to hospital. The matter is being investigated. 4 police officers attached to the Manchester Division sustained minor injuries early this morning after their service vehicle crashed in 9 Mile Spalding, Clarendon. According to reports, the incident happened at about 5 a.m. when the vehicle went off the road. It overturned before crashing into a house, causing significant damage to the vehicle. All 4 officers were transported hospital. They are being treated for their injuries. Their injuries are not considered life-threatening. It's not yet clear what caused the crash. Residents of Cowpen in St. Catherine took to the streets Monday in protest against the fatal shooting of a man in the area by the police. The deceased has been identified as 24-year-old farmer Shamar Nugent. Nugent was found with multiple gunshot wounds after residents reported hearing what sounded like gunshots on Wednesday, August 5. His mother insists he was not a criminal.
I was told that she was killed by a policeman who we had a grievance with for about 4 years, and they didn't talk, and he was saying that Shimar stole his pig. No, he not saying stole. He said he was the one who transported the meat in his van because Shimar using little Noah to the buy and selling a cow, goat. And you also transport them for different people. They are treating it as a murder, and they are looking at it and they are taking, to me, what they talk, I don't know if they're actually doing it. I see when I talk to them, they say, Indicom will contact me today, and I say, where Indicom has indeed contact me today. As I done, I'll be going there.
Indicom as well as the Portmore CIB are investigating the matter.